And so my mindset was always to serve the church. I always wanted to give my life to God in that capacity. Probably since I was 19 or so, since I had that kind of conversion spot from wanting just, all the money I could make as a chemical engineer to really kind of putting that aside to really serve the people of God. And so I still desire that, and I think that's the desire in my heart that God used to kind of draw me into this and kind of make me realize my true vocation was that I wanted to give my whole life, lay my whole life down for the people of God, and especially in the parish, because that's where my faith was nourished. And I think that's where God is calling me to go and then nourish other people's faith. Being a seminarian for the Diocese of Orange has been awesome. And being away from the diocese is kind of a challenge, but every time I come home, I usually go home to my home parish. Usually it's Easter, Holy Week, or during winter. Every time I'm home, I go to my home parish and I serve. And seeing the people and being with the people is really what brings me back to what initially really started my vocation, was service to the people of God in my parish and the people of God in Orange. And there was this one time I was at the Easter Vigil, and this girl was being baptized. She was about 9 years old. And right before the baptism rite, she picked up her garment and her candle, and she lifted it up to her sponsor and was shaking it towards her. And the most joy I have ever seen in a person was radiating from her face as she approached that sacrament. I was like, that's what it's about. I said, that Easter joy is what it's about. And that's what keeps me going too, is stuff like that, saying that, through the sacrifice of my life, through the sacrifice of my will, through the sacrifice of all these things, that can be something for more people to have in the future. That they can have access to the sacraments because I, give my life for that. And that's what keeps me going, is those people. I think a vocation is two things. I think it's a calling, and I think it's also a gift. And within that, God calls us, but he also gives us this great gift. A vocation shouldn't be something that is miserable for our whole lives. If God really does call us, and we really do believe that God is someone who loves us, then is he ever going to make us for something or call us to do something that's going to make us miserable? I don't think so. That's not the God that we follow, that loves us, that we give our lives to. And I think a vocation, in the context of being a gift, is that God gives us the best gifts. He doesn't just give us a second-rate gift. He doesn't give us, a gift should be returned, but a gift if we were able to receive with open hands, and receive that in and really give that time to develop and mature in us and to come to fruit, that it really is what speaks to us at our deepest core, and what really moves us and makes us strong. An advice that I'd have for anybody discerning is to really trust that God is that God who is love, the God who does really love you and really wants what's best for you. And we have to see, I think, in the context of love means what's wanting best for the other. And we have to see what that love means in the life of Jesus Christ. So God so loved the world, that he gave his only son. It includes times of passion and suffering and death, but it also includes times of resurrection and ministry and life and giving yourself and like that. I think the other piece of advice I would give is to be honest. One of my favorite quotes is from Ron Rolheiser, and it says this. It says, if you are honest, truth, love, and God will find you. And I've that's really stuck with me, especially throughout the seminary life and through doing ministry for, I guess, the last 8 years now. It's really stuck with me because honesty, when the truth is at the core of what we desire, we will never be disappointed, because that's what we were made for, and that's what really speaks to us at our deepest core. So to be honest with yourself, with your spiritual directors, with the Lord, and just letting the truth change you, letting the truth transform you, letting the truth make you a new person, and you'll never be disappointed with that if that's what's at the core of it.